All right, class, settle down. Class is in session. Everyone get to your seats. Hey there, YouTube. I'm Yukitsu. This is the Yukitsu Times. Welcome to my channel. Welcome back to Don't Starve. So, yeah, we're just continuing along, basically, where we've been. And we're trying to go insane so we can collect more of this nightmare fuel so we can do magic. Because that is totally a thing. I mean, we've got a little bit, and we basically refined that from the nightmare flowers that we've had around. But, I mean, we need a lot more to actually get anything done with that. So that's going to be a thing that we're going to want to do. I don't want to stick too close to Glommer because he actually regains sanity for me, but we'll see how things go. You can see that Wilson over here is quite nervous about the whole thing, but that's fine. It's fine. What's the worst that could happen, Wilson? What is the worst that could possibly happen? Nothing. Nothing's going to happen. That's what. Okay, and it is night, but it is almost day, so I mean, like, it's not the worst. Alright, and once again I make a tool that I already have in my inventory bar. Alright. There's a fire up there. I can't really deal with it, so I'm just gonna let that tree burn. Alright, there we go. And, let's go ahead and grab ourselves something from our fridge, which is like a million miles away. We got some taffy. I mean, we're using that basically just so that we have a way to regain our sanity once we've gone insane. And we're gonna go ahead and do that. Cook that. Looks like we needed a little bit more fuel in our icy fling-o-matic, so we'll go ahead and do that as well. And should be fine. Things should be great. We're doing fine, everybody. Nothing could possibly go wrong. Alright. We are gaining back a little, or we're not losing sanity fast enough, but I mean, that's besides the point. Alright, 20 wood, we're gonna stop there, so that's fine. One of the things I've realized that I've not been doing lately is, like, I haven't been keeping the pine cones with me enough, in the sense that I'm supposed to, but, you know, whatever. Okay, our thing just disintegrated, fantastic. Let's go ahead and murder a red bird and probably get feather out of it. We'll put it in our cap. Or put it on the ground. It's like that Lonely Planet song about throwing stuff on the ground. Alright, there we go. Stand by that because we want to get as much of that as possible. So, I mean, there's not a whole lot that we want to do right now necessarily to go insane faster, but I think there were still some more sanity flowers, like, where was that we had some Maxwell statues around? I think they were quite far away, actually, so that's probably not going to be the easiest thing. Actually, no, the Maxwell statue, the Maxwell biome in general, is all the way over here. I mean, there are other ways to go insane, but, I mean, they're not necessarily the fastest. Alright, well, we could hang out by some spiders for a little bit. We could do that. Hi, spider. I mean, we're just basically trying to lose sanity where we can here. This is pretty slow, so... Ow, damn it. Okay, now you've gone and done it, spider. Okay, well... There we go. I guess I could eat monster meat, like, that's a thing I could do. Like, my health isn't actually that bad, so... Alright, let's go ahead and, put the taffy in the box. I mean, our monster meat is pretty rotten here, though, so let's probably not eat that. And we kind of want dinner as well, so let's go ahead and do that while we're over here. Because we have got a lot of this monster jerky that's pretty rotten. We should probably also harvest our bee box. We're so busy. It's so busy. Always things to do. Okay, we'll put this in here just so that refreshes that a little bit. We'll eat this, because we can. Why was my sanity going up? Glommer, get away from me. We need to go find our bee hat, though. Do we have it in our inventory? I don't think we do. Okay, so let's go ahead and find that. Why do we have a morsel? What was I doing with a morsel in a box? Was there a rabbit in there? There was probably a rabbit in there, and I let it die. Yeah, we probably had a box full of rabbits, and then we let it die. Okay, well, Glommer, you're making me sane again. That's not what I want. I mean, you're driving me crazy here, Glommer. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. I mean, we got the Prestidigitator, but again, that doesn't have the same requirements as the other one. You know what? Whatever the hell. I mean, what's the worst that could happen? Oops, let's put on this here. And let's just run away. Just like that song. I can't remember it, actually. It's like an 80s song. I was not around back then. Alright. I mean, like, it's easier for us to get more helmets, honestly, than it is for us to get more of the bee hats right now, anyway. Alright. Remember to always use the walking stick if you've got it when you're harvesting honey. It makes it much, much easier to get away with stealing all their honey and their hard work and all that other stuff. Alright, let's grab that. And we're up to 24, so they all had 6. Okay, perfect. And that is going just fine. I'll put split stacks in here, so that's up to 40, and that is up to 38. So that's good. That's what we want to see. Here. I mean, I could eat some more glommer goop, but that would probably be a bit unnecessary. We got another tall bird who spawned. That's good. I wonder if these things cause oh, crap. I don't want to... Why is this guy following me so far? Okay, so what we want to do is make sure we go back home. We'll put that there. But we need to go back home just because we're about to combust. We're about to spontaneously light on fire. And by spontaneously, I mean apparently our planet is like the surface of the sun or something. It's not very nice here. It is very surface of the sun-ish. Alright. There we go. And base. It's voila. And we'll put our stone back in the box here. Right. Okay, well, let's just eat this. Okay, we still have a lot of sanity. That's just kind of unfortunate. I haven't been finding mushrooms or anything lately, so I mean, well, that'll probably do a hefty chunk. Okay, that brought me down to 77. That is fantastic. That's great. That's exactly what we want to see. We want the health back, though, so we'll eat this. And that's quite a bit of our health back. We don't want to go necessarily, like, insane at night, because they'll have those things trying to put out our fire, but... I mean, it doesn't matter too much if they do, since we got 2 torches in our toolbar here, so it's fine until we get attacked by a dragon while we're going insane, and, like, we got shadows taking out our fire. But, I mean, other than that, it's going to be fine. What are the odds of that? Fortunately, the dragon in this season isn't too bad to deal with. Like, you can make him go away. You can time him out pretty easily. And we might want to do that just for the sake of representation here, because I don't like fighting it. It is the most frustrating one to fight by far, is the summer one, the dragonfly, because it just lights everything on fire. It has AoE attacks, and its attack animations are not the easiest to kite. So, by far, this is the season that I am most likely to just get the dragon, or the giant, to go away, rather than fighting it. I should probably put these dragon fruit seeds into an ice box or something like that, but eh. Let's pick up these seeds and eat them just for the heck of it. It kind of bothers me that there's food lying around here. Oh, crap. Yeah, well, only got a little bit. The walking cane probably would have been more sensible. Like, they further out the, that you run with the torch, the further out you have to go before it goes away, but I mean, like, it probably doesn't really matter. The thing is, I wanted to chase it, because if you're standing on those hands, I've noticed it decreases your sanity quite quickly, although that might just be because you're more in the dark than normal, and that does have an influence on your sanity, so, like, if I were to go here, you know, there's a difference in sanity there. Let's go ahead and shave. I mean, like, we want to keep doing that, because the summer, you know, just do it. Put our beard shavings in our box, just like a good fellow would. There we go. I'll pick up our stone that we need. It's looking pretty good as far as our insanity goes. We'll make another taffy. Laffy Taffy or something like that. I don't know. We'll put this here so that we've got some rot, and we'll just really crank out food come spring, or autumn, I mean. I'm getting my seasons mixed up here. Okay. A little bit more wood chopping. Like, I would go hunt some of the tall birds right now, but the thing is that they look like they're at that time of year where they're not really... They're not laying eggs yet. I don't need their eggs, strictly speaking, but it's good to get their eggs when you can get them. Why not? I mean, like, it's more food, it's more resources. I could probably do with getting another fridge, but it'd probably just get blown up like my other one did. Apparently now I have to go, like, digging through molehills to find my stuff again, but, I mean, it's kind of annoying. Alright. So one of the things is we're out of fresh meat as well, so that's how we know we really want to go hunting again, because you always want some fresh meat in your stockpile, but I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter on account of us having plenty of food, so there we go. We can get away with our watermelon seeds just sort of not really being anything useful, because we don't, strictly speaking, need them or anything like that. Have you laid your egg yet, buddy? No, you haven't. Okay, let's run away. Still got this international, like, war zone here. Ah, stale seeds. It's not too bad if they're just stale. So you can eat that, and it just recovers a tiny bit of stamina, but, you know. I don't need the blue gems right now. You guys laid your egg? Yeah, you have laid an egg. Okay. There we go. There we go. Easy stuff. Okay, and we'll go aggro. Or have you laid an egg yet? Yeah, you have. Okay, good, perfect. Come on. How's our thermal stone? Still good? Okay. I've been really liking tall birds as a source of food because, I mean, it's just so easy to kill them. And they're a pretty good source. It's like full-size meat instead of the morsels. Doesn't take too much time. I mean, settling near them I think is now fundamental to the game. They're probably going to nerf them or something in a patch or something like that. So that's how I noticed what they did to my staple foods. A lot of them seem to get nerfed in one way or another. Alright, so we got one egg. We can drop our pickaxe over here because we don't really need it and it's almost broken. Like, I tend to do that, I just leave tools around. People complain a lot about my, like, bad inventory management. I would agree that my inventory management is bad, but at the same time, I also wouldn't agree that it's necessary to have, like, really good inventory management. Like, I obviously get by just fine with having really, really crap inventory. So, I think that there's a lesson in that. A lot of people are very particular about it, and I think that it is good if you can do it really quickly and if you got time and all that other stuff, but a lot of time I find it a waste, so it's just like, okay, yeah, I could spend a lot of time fixing up my inventory, but honestly, oh, good. Alright, so we got ourselves some murderable rabbits of the right variety here. Let's go ahead and drop these logs here, and that is probably worse than it's supposed to sound, but whatever. Alright, let's murder you. More of that, perfect. And we had some more traps down here, actually. Oh, actually, we need to... Our heat stone just went to 0, so we have to go back to base. Yeah, here you can see exactly well-timed. Perfect. Oh, okay, maybe a little bit slow. Maybe a tiny bit slow there. That is fine. Okay, we'll cool down by the cold fire for a little bit more, and then we'll go eat some honey, because it's pretty good health restorative. Ironic that you can turn it into the candy, which, like, you know, deals damage to your health, but there we go. That's probably good enough for now. I mean, we don't have to worry too much about having perfect health or anything like that. Alright. So, do we have any rabbit chests in here? Yep, we'll take this out. We'll put this in here, I believe. Yep. An egg in there. And an egg in here. Look at all those eggs that we have. We should start eating them just because I've got so many of them. But, it doesn't really matter. Alright. Now, there's a certain threshold where it's safe to be insane, and we're at that sort of threshold right now. So this is pretty much perfect for what we want to be doing. So we're not going to get attacked by anything too scary or anything like that because of our insanity. Like, we'll get those nighttime things that come by and try to take up my fire, but, like, it doesn't matter too much. Good night, Glommer. I'd stick close to you, but, I mean, that would increase my sanity. And we can't have that now, can we? I'm gonna put some pine cones in here. Like, I do want some pine cones, obviously, just in case one of my trees turns into a tree guard. But you don't need that many. And honestly, you can just kill the stupid tree guards. Oh, Glommer peed his bed. Which is apparently Chester's head. Chester! You're getting pooped on, Chester. It's the new hierarchy. Glommer's all upset. He won't go back to sleep. Ah, poor Glommer. Okay, let's clean that up for you, Glommer. There we go. There, good as new. I mean, we can add this as fuel, so there we go. There, can you go back to sleep now? Nope, he's up and he's hyper now. Yep, that's lovely, Glommer. That's exactly right. I'm surprised that I'm not getting any of those music box hands right now. Like, it's kind of impressive. Either way. Alright, daytime is just around the corner, and I can get away from the stupid fire and actually get stuff done. I wonder how much how's this Icy Fling-O-Matic doing for fuel? It runs through fuel pretty quickly, so you have to refuel it quite often, but, I mean, whatever. Alright, let's go ahead and grab that. Now let's go check on some rabbit holes, try and get as much of that stuff as we can. I mean, we'll get plenty of beard hair as well, but it's not too bad. Alright, we can grab this wood now. Why not? Okay, we had some down here as well. Go ahead and murder. That's more nightmare fuel, which is perfect. I can't actually remember which of those two resources is more rare, because like beard hair is actually not that common. It's supposed to be fairly hard to get for other characters that are not Wilson. Let's see if we can get him in the box. Nope. Well, let's see if we can chase him and he'll go in there. Yes, he will. Perfect. When you're getting nightmare fuel, it is best to try and get as much nightmare fuel all in one go as you possibly can, because, I mean, you don't want to go insane that often. It should not be a common thing for you to be doing it. Alright, so another rabbit. I hate having to do this while I'm insane, though, because it does make a lot more sense to do it when you're actually insane now, because if you do it the other way, what happens is you'll tend to have your rabbits sort of going rotten. And you don't want that. That just makes it take longer. I hate farming rabbits. It's like the slowest thing in this game. Ah, oh well. Okay, so he seems to come out more along right here, so. Like, you don't have to have it exactly in any particular spot. They do tend to just fall into them. I could have used this teleport wormhole to go insane, actually, come to think of it, but, I mean, I never remember that that's a thing. Until it's too late. It's just like, oh yeah, and then there's that other thing I could have done, which is like right there and very easy, but whatever. I guess it's because I also don't remember where that leads to, and I don't want to end up jumping somewhere that's untenable or unpleasant or whatever. Alright, let's give those rabbits a little bit of time to get caught. I mean, my sanity is actually quite far down, so I don't want it to go too far. Once you're too far gone, like, you're too far gone, so... There comes a point where insanity just is not good insanity, it's bad insanity. We don't want to hit that point, necessarily. Alright, thermal stone's still plenty chilly. Colder than ice. It's keeping us nice and wintry fresh and cool, so we just keep it, like, plugged to our face, basically. This guy's laid an egg, but I don't really care to... I don't need it right now, because our drying racks are full, so... Killing him right now wouldn't do me any good. Alright, perfect. There we go. And we'll murder you. That was monster meats. It was a lot nicer back when you could just have entire boxes of rabbits lying around so that when you did need to go insane, you could just collect tons and tons of nightmare fuel all at once. But, yeah, it's not really how this game works anymore. I could use this thing to help collect nightmare fuel, but I mean, like, one of the things is I'd never settle near places focusing with the intention of collecting lots of rabbits. So we don't have a whole ton of rabbit holes that we can be harvesting here. We have a pretty limited number of those. So it hurts our ability to collect rabbits when we actually do need to. It's just that this is pretty much the only instance where you need to, is where you need to collect lots of nightmare fuel. It's probably not even the best way, but it is the way I like because it's a fairly safe way to do it. Like, there are certain circumstances where it can kind of screw you over a little bit because you get attacked by, like, a giant while you're insane, which is not very good because then you start getting attacked by all those other things and it's fairly awful. It's just like, yeah. One of those tall bird eggs is starting to hatch a little bit, which is not great, but not terrible either. Alright, we probably have enough time to check on those rabbits once more after the thermal stone gets a little bit chilled. I heard something. Yeah, that's just wolves. Okay, that's fine. How do we want to deal with this, in particular, in this instance? The thing is, like, we're far away from anything that, like, really helps protect us. It's hot, and, I mean, like, we don't really want to mess with things in the heat. But I think that, we could probably take a quick dash. Okay, and we're back, I think. So yeah, the game just completely crashed. I mean, that has rarely happened for me for Don't Starve. This game is usually pretty stable, but I'm gonna call this an episode now. I don't know if those wolves even showed up, or are still showing up. I don't know what... When am I? Where am I? What's going on? Who am I? Who are you? Anyway, yeah. All joking aside, yeah, the game actually did crash, and that is quite peculiar. I mean... Yeah, I'm not even sure that those... Oh, I haven't done this yet, so that's approximately something that can tell me a little bit about what's going on. Okay, well... That's interesting. And we still only have 5 of this. So, anyway, I'm going to call this an episode, because it's been about the length of time that we normally do, and those wolves are going to show up anyway, so... like, I hope you found this episode enjoyable. It is basically just farming rabbits, and this is one of those rare times where I actually endorse that, because it is by far the safest way to harvest nightmare fuel. You can go really, really insane, and harvest nightmare fuel by having the nightmares start spawning and attacking you, and then you have to kill a whole bunch of nightmares. I don't particularly like that method. If you happen to find them easy to fight, then that is perfectly acceptable. But if you're like me and you just find them real annoying, especially the terror beaks to fight, then just do it this way, and you'll want to quickly get back whatever sanity you lose using whatever other method you can. But yeah, that's our episode for today, it looks like. I hope that this video came out well, because it's a game that has, by default, Iron Man mode. So if there is something wrong with my recording, I can't go back to the day very easily, because I don't remember to back up my save files before I record videos. And, yeah, so that'll be awful. But hopefully this turned out okay, other than the crash. But anyway, I hope you found this video enjoyable, and of course, as always, I hope to see you all next time.